Here I am back in the garage, wasting time.
Dang! Uh-oh.
This would be the 5th installment of this video series. You know what that means? That means we're taking too damn long. We're just gonna wipe it down in sprayer. Maybe not wipe it down in sprayer, but maybe just go over with a quick wet sand all over the place. Remove this side molding glue. Remove this door handle. Take off this molding. Take off and shave the side marker. Take off these tail lights. Take off this bumper. Take off the license plate lights. Take off the Purari. Also gotta remove this. Figure out a better bracket for the tow lights so I don't have to use those magnets. I couldn't remove this and I really didn't want to break these clips. Yeah, man, that was hard to take off. That thing was sticky for the most part. These small sections I just gotta do by hand. I'm just thinking how much easier it would be if I took off the door, but man, trying not to overcomplicate things. Dude, that stuff is sticky. I'm just gonna start sanding the door. Okay, this is dumb and my back hurts. So I'm just gonna take off this door and do it like how I did the other one. Okay, yeah, this is much easier to work on. Take off the door handle, take off the key cylinder, take off this molding, take off the rest of this plastic, flip it around and fix those dents. This is gonna turn into its own episode. I'm not trying to turn this into a whole Bondo door episode. Honestly, I might just sand it and send it because I don't got time for that. I wanted to try to pop the dent out, but this bash bar is right in the way. And for this door, I really don't want to take off the door skin. I got this little airbag here. Just gonna shove it where the dent is. Well, it's moving. Just hammer on this high spot and hopefully this will give this a little room to stretch. Gonna deflate it and see how much it works. Oh yeah, that's actually better. Gonna wipe down the inside of the door and I'm just gonna spray this door jam already just so I can feel like I've done something. Okay, as we expected, it's turned out terrible. At least the door jamb is gonna match the color. While that's drying, I should probably be working on this, but man, this thing is in the sun. I should try to get this in the sun so it can dry faster and then maybe roll this back in the garage. Or I could just have a beer and end it here. Got my shade hat on, gonna be sanding in the sun. Okay, you can see this is where I had a big sticker and it pulled off all the paint. So I gotta sand and blend all of this and take this off. Okay, looking decent. I got to hit that up with some primer and wet sand it. Let's start on this side just because there's a little bit of shade. Or maybe I'll head back to this door. Hopefully it's dry enough for me to flip and start body work on the inside. Okay, I'm just jumping around here. So I'm gonna wait till this door's a little more dry. It's still kind of tacky and sticky. And then maybe I'll just schmuck some Bondo on that low side. I mean, they're all low sides. All right. And then I'm just jumping all around. I'm gonna start grinding the welds. Start grinding these welds off of this molding. This is gonna be shitty and a lot of work. Let's go back to the door. Okay, gotta finish taking off all this glue. I'm gonna shoot it with primer, and that's gonna give us an idea where all the low spots are. Just gonna do a quick coat. All right, so we're just gonna let this dry before we sand it, and this is gonna give us an idea where all the dents are. Okay, by the looks of it, there's a tiny low spot here. This whole thing is a low spot. And this whole thing's a low spot. Alright, looks like there's a lot of bondoing that needs to be done here. Okay, I'm just gonna mix the Bondo directly onto the dent because I can't find a piece of cardboard. Okay, decided to do another Bondo door. Slapping this on and skimming it with the ruler. That's why it looks gross. And then I'm gonna sand it when it's done. Josh, how does this door look?
Yeah.
I ruined it. At this point, it would have been easier just to cut and weld and put new sheet metal. Hopefully, I can sand this and create a lot of dust. You can tell this is a low spot because primer is still right here and it didn't blend properly. And then you can tell this is the blend line right here going off the edge of the door. You can see where the gaps are. So I'm on the right path. I just need to fill in all these craters and those little craters, and then we'll be done.